instill that into my kids also. So try to always make a difference and help others because not everybody is fortunate as us. So I always try to use my skill, whatever I'm gifted with, to make a difference.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's episode of Perspectives. It is my pleasure to welcome an all-star chef. He has worked in 5-star restaurants in his home country of Jamaica. He took the Houston food truck scene to a whole new level and has recently opened his first brick and mortar store as well. But most importantly, he takes his attitude of service well beyond the kitchen and is an integral part of his Houston community and continues to serve in Jamaica as well. Please welcome Chef Gareth Powell of Pon Di Road in Houston, Texas. Hello, Chef. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
You know, your culinary career has taken you to many places, and from what I understand, you started at a very young age. Walk us through your culinary journey.
Okay, well, I started cooking from a tender age. From I would say 12 years of age. I was raised with my grandparents, and both of them were farmers. So everything that we grow, we cook, we eat. So from our fruits or vegetable, everything. So we don't have to buy any grocery. Everything. My grandmother, she raised chicken also. So we would kill the fresh chicken and eat it. So that's why I've been cooking stews, curries, all those nice stuff from a tender age. So that's where I developed the love of cooking. And then after that, after the cooking, I went to the Runaway Bay Heart Hotel. That's a culinary school there in St. Ann in Jamaica. And after that I started doing resorts. I started at Grand Leader Brackle. Then I got moved to Sandals, and then I moved to Area Club Hotel.
And then what brought you to the States?
My wife.
Did,
Yes, so I met my wife there while I was at the Rio Club Hotel. I met my wife there. She was on vacation, and we got connected, and that's what brought me to Houston.
No, so what led you to want? Did you always want to do your own thing?
Yeah, I always want to do my own thing. I think working in the resorts is more. It's more like you're in a box. The creativity, what you want to do, you can't do it. Everything you have to do is, you're controlled by the resort. So when I moved here, I have a love for the passion for Jamaican food, for my own culture. So when I moved to Houston, we go to festival, food truck events, and we realized that there was a void for authentic Jamaican cuisine. There was no, authentic Jamaican food here. So, that's where I decided, I can jump on it here, the food truck industry.
And then walk us through Jamaican cuisine. What makes it so special?
Well, in Jamaica, the motto of Jamaica is out of many one people. So what's unique about our cooking there is our fresh herbs and spices, and then it's different cultures, it's different religion. It's a different people that come together. Like the Spanish, the Arawaks with the jerk, the Spaniards with the curry, and all of that. So that's the combination of fresh. Everything is fresh. Cooking on the charcoal. Fresh herb and spices that is grown locally. That's what's special about Jamaican cooking.
And then what led you to start as a food truck?
Well, at that time, it was cheaper to start a food truck. And when I came here, it was booming. Food truck was a big hit in Houston. It still is now, but since COVID, it went down a little. But food truck is a big thing in Houston. I think that was the best market to get into, where I can go to. It's mobility, so I can move around to different places. I can bring the food to the people.
And what kind of challenges did that present to you? Especially like you said, cooking with fresh ingredients, but more importantly, taking the time to cook it over coal and wood. What were the challenges you faced there?
Yeah, that's a big challenge. The main factor was the space, because the food truck is very small, so you don't have enough space to work with. So, and then another thing is the heat. The heat in Houston is horrible. So the truck, the AC in there, fans, it still don't make a difference. It's very hard to work, especially in the summer with the food truck.
I could imagine the heat would be pretty killer.
Yeah, and also because I want to I want to make sure that my food is authentic. We have a smoker. I get a pit that we use charcoal and wood in, and that even make it worse. With the heat.
And then recently you did just open up your first brick and mortar store, correct?
Yes, we started at brick and mortar. Yeah.
Is that the same kind of cuisine, or are you doing something different there? Is it just an extension of the food truck?
Yeah, it's an extension, but it's a wide it's a bigger menu. We extend the menu because we can produce more in the commercial kitchen because we have a bigger space to work with. But yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Got it. And what was it like so you saw the void, there wasn't much Jamaican cuisine going on in the Houston area. Was that a challenge to get people to, was it hard to find customers in the first place, or did they just kind of naturally get drawn to something that they didn't have?
Okay, yes, I would say yes, it was a little challenging because they had a few here, two. I think it was two at the time, but based on their experience, what they were saying is most people was a little skeptic of Jamaican food because they're saying it's too spicy, because I understand what their experience is. A lot of people, they'll do it and they overdo it with the spice, so it's very hot with little to no flavor. So that was their experience, but after that, getting to know, introducing people to it, I mean, it was very receptive.
Nice. Let's get to the meat of this interview, hopefully. Is, not only are you a fantastic chef and, becoming a very successful business person within the Houston community, service, not only in your food truck or in your restaurants, is an important part of your life, correct? Giving back to the community, where does that, so talk to me a little bit about what you guys do from Pon Di Road and yourself and your wife. What are some of the different aspects of the community that you guys are involved in?
Well, every fourth Monday, we gather. I use the food truck to cook food, and we take it downtown Houston. So they have a ministry there. They said, church under the bridge for the homeless. So what we do there, we go down there and we feed them food at the fourth Monday of every month. We go down there and we feed them. And
so and then that you're not just here in the States doing, service to the community. You still have your home in Jamaica that you do a lot.
In Jamaica.
Yeah, and
that's what we do for the summer. So we gather the tip that I made and we take a percentage of our sale and we do bag pack, we do food, and we do back to school supplies and we ship that to Jamaica. We go there, we take kids from here, my kids and other kids, and we take them so they can experience the level of poverty that other people are experiencing out there, and we feed them and we give them back to school supplies.
And why is that important to you personally?
Well, it's important to me, as I said. Personally, I experience hunger. I know what it is. I experience poverty, and as I said to my parents, I saw them giving back. Sacrificially. It's not like they have a lot, but the little that they have, they give it back. So I drawn onto that and I instill that into my kids also. So try to always make a difference and help others because not everybody is fortunate as us. So I always try to use my skill, whatever I'm gifted with, to make a difference. So that's why really drawn to me. And as I said, I experience it, so I can identify with that level of lifestyle that they're experiencing out there.
And does you giving back to the community transcend in any way to your food and back into your kitchens?
Well, yes, because I would say cooking for me is an act of giving, an act of love. So I love to see people enjoying what I do. My loved one or even those people out there, I like to see them enjoying my food. The love that I have for the cooking. I always want to give back, and the love, I saw them enjoying my food, and I feel complete and fulfilled by that.
And then how can chefs follow in your footsteps, giving back to their communities, and why would that be important for them to do so?
Well, I think the first thing that a chef have to do to follow in my footsteps, I think they have to have love. They have to find love in what they're doing, and then they have to find a great team. Because I couldn't do this without my wife and my stepdaughter. They're the main player in here. I couldn't do it by myself. So I have to say that they have to find love and find an organization and find somewhere in the community where they could join and partner with, and help make a difference, feed the hunger out there, because it's a lot of hungry people out there.
Well, where do you even find the time? You got a food truck, you got a restaurant, you got a family. I know it's probably goes beyond that fourth Monday of the month. Where do you find the time to do it all?
Well, we I have day off and we have to make the time. If it's something that you have a passion with. So I have a lovely team that I'm working with, as I said, especially my wife and my stepdaughter. So we have to make that time. We can't be too busy to make a difference. In this time. So that's what I do.
And then what's the community's response to you guys doing this?
Oh, they love it. They really appreciate it. They love it because you don't have a lot of people doing this. So they really appreciate it. Nice.
And then how often do you get to go home?
Well, I normally try to do every year.
Is that?
I just came back December. I went there December. So I try to go out there once or twice per year.
Nice. And then when we first got on the call, you said you guys are even expanding even more. So that time question, I totally forgot to mention the fact that you have your own sauces coming out, correct?
Yeah, we have our sauce. I have 2 bottles here. So this is the mango pepper sauce that we have, and this is the jerk marinade. So this is the authentic jerk marinade. We start this is what I use to season all my meat for the jerk, in the restaurant. So, and this is, you can get it online at JamaicaPonDiRoad.com, and we're trying to get it in all platform now. So that's what I'm working on to give people that authentic flavor.
And what's next for you?
Well, it's just working and continue to do what I'm doing, continue to make a difference, continue to produce good food, and try to get my sauce out there. Just continue working, do what I love,
Chef, we just talked about it. You got to make the time. Your time is super important. You are busy as all get out. So I just want to say thank you for taking a moment, being here with us on Perspectives, sharing with us your culinary journey and your attitude of service, giving back to your communities, both here and abroad. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And to you, our viewers, thank you for taking a moment to watch this episode of Perspectives. I hope you get involved in your community as well. And if you're in the Houston area, make sure you go see Chef G at Pon Di Road and eat some great food. Until next time, I'm Aaron Brown. We'll see you here on Perspectives.